losing Pat. It's 2 years now. I can't put it into words. They say it gets easier. For me, it's getting harder because I've always been with Pat all the time. I didn't see the disability. I seen the person. And now there's that huge vacuum there, see, which, I'm trying to fill. I was fortunate to marry my dear wife of 62 years. Pat was born with cerebral palsy, which involved involuntary movement of the muscles, which resulted in Pat not being able to walk, having very poor hand control because his coordination, obviously. Pat had to be fed, toileted, dressed a lot. She also had a speech handicap, which she was so courageous with for the rest of her life. She was physically handicapped, but definitely not mentally handicapped, as people make that mistake. She was sharper as regards the brain than me on many occasions, too sharp on some occasions. Well, basically, I was a 17-year-old teenager, and in those days, youngsters used to have what they called quaintly these days pen friends. So you'd write to people around the country, and in my case, girls. I had about 4 or 5 different names and addresses of recipients who wanted to, which is amazing these days. I mean, you wouldn't be safe, but right, this was the mid-50s. I was writing to a young girl up in the Midlands and one in Birmingham and Pat. So, I had the address, Mountain Ash. Where is Mountain Ash? So I actually had to get a map out, living in Bridgend. So it transpired it was 27 miles away in Rhondda. So, I wrote. Pat wrote back a typed letter. We clicked, we got on well. Pat used to write interesting letters. We were just friends, and I don't know how it transpired, but eventually we agreed to meet. So I had a 3-speed drop-handle bike working in Bridgend to a company that supplied feed and stuff to farms. So that was a very heavy job, which stood me in good stead for the cycling. Finished work at 4:30, on my bike at 5. I was up in Pat's house 20 to 7, an hour and 40 minutes. I did it initially, and I got as far as a place 3/4 away, Kilvarnet, and I seen the mountains and all that, and I thought, oh, stuff is. So I chickened out, and I turned around. So I let Pat down. So anyway, I thought that was it. But luckily for me, it wasn't. So we tried again, and we were successful, and we were together 70 years nearly, 62 years married and 6 years courting. Yeah. When Pat and I initially met, her mother answered the door. So where my bike went, I haven't got a clue. I was ushered into the middle room, and Pat was on the settee with the table in front of her. And, I thought how nice her hair was, and she had lovely brown eyes. But after that, we just clicked. You had to concentrate a little bit, but she did really, really well with the conversation. And of course, Pat's mother and father were very, very welcoming. I didn't see a disability because she was such an outgoing personality. Although she had to be dressed, she chose her own clothes, and they were very smart. She had her hair done regular, so she was well groomed. When we ventured out with me, you know, I pushed her in the conventional wheelchair for years. Our horizons was Mountain Ash Town. So the high spot of our week was basically going to Charlie the Brackies. I don't know if you know what Brackies was. Well, years ago, particularly in around there, Italians came across and they opened cafes, Brackies, see? So they were the focal point where people went for a cup of tea, a snack, or whatever. So, you know, I didn't know what their reaction would be, but tough, we went. And he was great, let us in, inverted commas. And the high spot of our week socially was having a coffee. Yeah. The latter point I should have made was actually we mooched around Mountain Ash for years, and then of course naturally, I was fit and active. So I said to Pat, let's try inverted commas go to Aberdare. You're talking 4 miles. So we went to the train station, and they scratched their heads seeing the wheelchair. And they bunged us in the guard's van with the chickens and the crates. And that was our first trip, which was going 4 miles was a big deal. I think I was adding in it, but we went to about 20 different countries over our married life. It was amazing. We did the East Coast of America, we did the West Coast of America, we've done the Midwest, then we've done Hawaii twice, we've done Tahiti, we've done Malta, Minorca, Spain, Switzerland. Pat has been to one country more than me. She has been to Stavanger as well, so she's beat me. What gave her that strength was marvelous parents. Her mother took her to Newtown School, primary school, 6 times a day. When she took her as a child at age 5, she presented Pat, as the kids do, the parents did. Do you know what he said to her? What do you expect me to do with a child like this? Now, what on earth? Her mother must have been broken-hearted. So she had to take her up to school, go back home, 11 o'clock, up to the school, toilet her. No staff helping in those days. Back home, dinner time, pick her up, home for dinner, mid-afternoon, same again. So she did that for 6 years, which is remarkable. There was a very steep slope opposite Pat's house. I go back there even now and look at it. And she had to push her up there. So eventually she had a Pat's mother, Ruby, had a physical breakdown. So Dr. Thomas, the family doctor in those days, came and said, what on earth have you been doing, Ruby? And she explained, as I've explained to you. So he said, well, it's got to stop. So Dr. Thomas told Ruby, it's got to stop. And Ruby said, Doctor, Pat has got to have education. He said, if you don't stop, she's not going to have a mother. So that was it. So they had to search for a residential school for physically handicapped girls, the nearest being Malmesbury in Wiltshire. So like people like your generation, it's difficult, I know, but nobody had cars, right? No, if you had a phone, you were posh, right? So she fought for a place for her there. First of all, no visitors for 8 weeks for the kids to settle in, and visitors once a month. Well, so today you think, what a regime, but that's what made Pat. It made her the strong person she was. So Pat had a full education. She came home naturally, twice a year. But I think if it hadn't been for Ruby pushing it for Pat, we wouldn't have met, because Pat wouldn't have had their education and taught how to laboriously type. Pat was never a drama queen. She had a very quick thinking brain, too quick for me a lot of the time. What inspired me to write Pat's book? Well, losing Pat was, I can't put it into words. They say it gets easier. For me, it's getting harder, because I've always been with Pat all the time. It did me a lot of good. Yeah, it did. And I was initially nervous. I'm primarily a private person, but I just opened out. And I was a little bit apprehensive of people's reactions, but I found that to be good. So therefore it's worked. And the more that know about Pat and her journey, the more I, like it. It's meant a lot, because I'm giving Pat the credit that she deserves. The first year, while I was compiling the book, I was, functioning. But when the book was printed, then, of course, that was what spurred me on. Since then, it's just a vacuum now. A vacuum, yeah. I go once a week to Pat's Cafe in the Mount to have a meal. Staff there are great. As I was coming out, this young girl came out from the library and she approached me. I don't know if she recognized me. And she said, "Mr. Chick, I must thank you for Pat's book. I really enjoyed reading it. It had me crying." And, I thanked her, which, whoever reads that book, I thank them. But I was impressed with the youngster, because, your feelings are not as you are when you get older then, And she said, "Can I buy a book, please?" And I had to apologize and explain to her. I said, it was very expensive to do, love. But I said, if I could give you one, I'd gladly give you one. But I could only afford 10. So one went to my sister in Australia. Sheila read it twice, straight through. One went to my eldest brother, Alan, and my sister-in-law, Nancy, his wife. And the other one went to Graham, my younger brother. And then friends, and I donated 2 books to the Mountain Ash Library, because I wanted local people to know what Pat had achieved. I was so proud of her. Yeah. I'm hoping that people, general public dealing with physically handicapped people, will recognize them as a person. What's the term? Never judge its book by its covers. Give the person a chance first, right? And if it's, I remember we were lucky on all those trips, and we mostly somebody teamed up with us, and it was marvelous. You can't put a price on persons being natural with Pat. And I have found since I can't even pronounce it, osteo or whatever it is, my spine now, I used to be straight 5'10", I'm about 3'10" now, I think. And so I can weight bear from room to room briefly, but outside I gotta ironically use electric wheelchair myself, which is my best friend. So, if it's dry, I'm out most days. So what I have found weirdly, all the years that I was with Pat. I was doing all the caring myself, naturally. I found people very, very, very helpful. And I've noticed that, and yet I should have been aware of that when I had Pat, shouldn't I? But simple things like reaching, top shelf, the top shelves and things. And I've always been a very independent person. But Bill, Pat's father, used to say, yeah, my pride went with my youth. He's right. He's right.